If you own or manage commercial property in Columbus, Ohio, the solar conversation usually starts with a glance at your roof and an estimate of your electric bill. But treating commercial solar as a simple energy upgrade is a mistake. This is a capital infrastructure investment that has to perform for 20 or 30 years in a high-stakes industrial environment. Many business leaders ask the exact same question homeowners ask: will panels fit on my building? The residential solar path is a straight line from roof size to bill savings. The commercial path expands into a complex web of structural loads, switchgear upgrades, and demand charges. You have to account for roof membrane condition, electrical capacity, and business continuity during installation. The underlying technology works. The real challenge is determining whether your building can physically support a system that produces a predictable, positive financial return. A successful project passes a rigorous evaluation long before you ever look at a price tag. We call this the infrastructure standard. The math must work on paper, hardware must integrate on the roof, connect safely in the electrical room, and the setup must match the remaining lifespan of your property. Moving straight into procurement based on idealized ROI spreadsheets and marketing promises often leads to stalled projects and cost overruns. You have to weigh a building's theoretical maximum capacity against what is actually practical and financially viable to install. Sizing a commercial system means finding the exact capacity your building can profitably support, rather than trying to cover every square inch of available roof. The roof is your first major gatekeeper. This metal warehouse illustrates the massive physical footprint involved, a space that requires serious structural vetting before a single solar panel is ordered. Installing a 30-year energy asset on a roof with fewer than 10 years of remaining life is a severe financial error. If you have to remove and reinstall thousands of panels to accommodate a scheduled roof replacement later, the operational downtime and added capital costs will destroy your initial return on investment. This scorecard shows structural variables to clear: membrane life, drainage, dead load, and wind resistance. Your gross roof area isn't your usable footprint due to fire setbacks and equipment. You need early engineering review to avoid massive cost spikes from late reinforcements. Once the roof clears inspection, the risk profile shifts downstairs into the electrical room. Tying a massive new solar array into obsolete switchgear often forces unexpected and expensive full electrical service panel upgrades. This chart shows how daily consumption dictates your return. A standard daytime use curve overlaps with solar production, highlighting direct value capture. Facilities pulling heavy electricity during peak daylight consume generated power immediately, shortening the payback period dramatically. Large corporate offices and owner-occupied manufacturing centers naturally feature this ideal daytime load profile. Multi-tenant properties present a completely different financial reality. If your billing is heavily fragmented among individual renters and the solar array only offsets minimal owner-controlled common area lighting, your economic value drops sharply. Maximum financial return relies on a perfect overlap between what your panels generate and what your facility natively consumes during the workday. You will likely hear about battery storage. It is an excellent technology, but it is not universally necessary for a successful commercial project. This matrix shows the stark difference in scope. Adding batteries blindly drastically inflates your upfront capital requirements and can erode your baseline return on investment. Storage is justified in two specific scenarios: mitigating highly punitive utility demand charges and providing critical backup power. Even then, critical backup usually means keeping vital systems online, like cold storage refrigeration or data servers, not running your entire industrial complex during a grid outage. Battery storage must be evaluated as its own independent investment case, based strictly on your operational outage risks and your utility tariff. This chart synthesizes all our variables: roof condition, electrical capacity, and load alignment, to map out who actually benefits from commercial solar. Owner-occupied warehouses and manufacturing facilities sit perfectly in the top right quadrant as ideal candidates. They combine clear single-party ownership, massive structural capacity, modern electrical service, and heavy daytime power consumption. Multi-tenant retail spaces with aging roofs sit down in the bottom left. If your property falls into this category, adapt a wait-and-plan strategy. Delay your solar project until your next scheduled roof replacement or a major electrical overhaul. The right commercial solar system is a meticulously engineered fraction of your maximum roof space, perfectly calibrated to your existing infrastructure and business operations. Take the time to get the hard data before you commit capital. If you are considering solar for a commercial property, start with a real assessment of your roof, electrical system, and energy profile before making any decisions. Contact Solar Panel Installation Columbus today to discuss a commercial solar solution tailored to your building and your business goals.